Russia, still reeling from Monday's terrorist bombings, makes its pitch to Davos. Now, to get reaction from the man once ranked as Russia's richest, or one of them, the billionaire Oleg Deripaska knows a thing or two about going through a tough time. Head of Rusal, the world's biggest aluminium producer, was badly hit by the financial crisis, but came back from the brink with a fortune that Forbes puts at over $10 billion. Oleg joins me now. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
As you heard the President Medvedev speaking, obviously the condolences went to the President, and rightly so. But his decision to come here, what message did you take from that?
I think it was important thing to show what efforts Russian government will do this year and coming years, to promote foreign investment in Russia.
Those efforts, he talked, for example, about, somewhat obliquely, Khodorkovsky, he talked about citizens being convicted of crimes. He talked about no new taxes. He talked about creating an environment. But how far is that from the reality, do you think?
It's very difficult to measure, but I think what's important is commitment. Yeah, and of course we have a very Syria case yesterday, but in reality, Russia committed to have not just modernization and diversification of economy, but be really part of the global world, and openness, and
But the difficulties that Russia faces are balanced, aren't they, by the huge resources that the country does have at its disposal, particularly with energy prices being very high. So Russia, like China, is one of the real players here this year, isn't it?
Yes.
How are you noticing people reacting to Russia here, do you think?
Positive. They just want to know how to do business in Russia. How to lower the risk, how to promote, their product. And I think it's important, you mentioned China, because we have the longest border with China. Russia and China border more than 2,000 kilometers. And most of our enterprise, which is located in Siberia or eastern Siberia, just 300 kilometer proximity to China. From Russia to Europe, it's more than 16 days. From Siberia and Russia, from Siberia to Shanghai, just 5 days by train.
So creating the environment that allows that to thrive is really crucial, though, isn't it? And how much more do you believe the Russian government has to do to create that favourable environment for business?
A lot.
There's quite a bit to be done.
Yeah, a lot.
But do you think they've got the message that they have to do it? That the money will not flow unless they do that?
Yes, and it was done not just because they decided to do Southern New Year. It was a not good result for the last year, because Russia was lagging behind, China, India, Brazil in terms of foreign investment. And I think it was important they recognized rather quickly and start acting.
Look, I can't end this interview without just asking a straightforward question. You can say yes, no, or I'm not going to answer. How accurate is $10 billion?
Very inaccurate.
Very inaccurate?
Yeah.
But it's more than the price of coming to Davos. Many thanks indeed. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much indeed. Now, it is only day one of the meeting of the World Economic Forum here in